Here we go. Folks, every game day, an hour before kickoff, we step aside from the football conversation to honor the real heroes. Obviously, we talk a lot of football and coaches and strategy. We worship them and cheer for them, but the real heroes are the ones that defend our country and put their lives in harm's way and their families' lives in jeopardy by defending this country. And Ashley Kamrath, for the last 4 seasons, has done a great job of spearheading this effort, and a very special guest joins us here on the stage at Schultz Garden. Ashley?
Most definitely. Thank you, Erin. And a huge thanks again to 104.9 The Horn for taking a break from the sports conversation to honor those that have served our great country. We're so thrilled to be joined today by Jeff Kyle, a Marine veteran. That's right, horns up, except he's an Aggie. A Marine veteran.
Thank y'all.
And a gentleman that has done a lot for our country. Jeff, first and foremost, tell us about your upbringing. Tell us about your life. Why did you even join the military to begin with?
Well, I was born in Texas, so, that was the start of it. I didn't come from a military family. We were just raised with the respect of everybody that had gone before us, and we were raised to know what the stars and stripes meant on that flag. Who made it possible, and so we were raised to do our part, and that's what we did.
Most definitely. You decided to go the route of United States Marine. Not necessarily the easiest route. Tell me what made you want to be a Marine.
I knew from the time I was a young boy that the Marine Corps was the route that I was going to take. Chris always wanted to go to the Navy, so I wanted to be a man and go to the men's department of the Navy. So I joined the Marine Corps. But it was a no-brainer for me to go to the Marine Corps, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
A very incredible fraternity that I've had the pleasure of knowing a lot of. For those of you that don't know, Jeff Kyle, our real hero today, is the younger brother of American sniper Chris Kyle. And Chris was a Navy SEAL. Most definitely do not hold your applause back. Such incredible things that Chris and his brother accomplished, and we never forget. One of the things that strikes me about you and your entire family, your parents, Wayne and Debbie, your wife, Amy, is that you say your service began after you got out of the Marine Corps. Tell me about that.
Well, when you're in the military, you've got your small units. And so those are the guys that you look after. You look after them, you look after their families as well. So you've only got that small, tight-knit community. But whenever we got out, then we were given the ability to reach out across the board and to reach out to every veteran, every military member, and their families, no matter what branch of service they were with or when they served. We could get the word out to everybody. So to me, I do more service to my country now than what I did before. I'm proud of what I did before. Wouldn't change it for anything. I'd go back today if they'd let me. But I do what I can back home now for all the guys and girls that are coming home.
And a great job you do. What it's such tragic circumstances that surround your brother's death, because he was doing the exact same thing that you were. He was helping his fellow veterans and making sure that no one is left behind. And your whole family, like I said, your legacy, you're making sure that not only Chris is honored going forward, but that also all of your brothers in arms and sisters in arms are taken care of. What really impresses me so much is what you're able to do through your organization, Guardian for Our Heroes. Tell me a little bit about that.
So whenever Chris got out, in the military, we're held to that higher standard of fitness, especially in the SEALs, in the recon community where I came from. We're held to that higher standard, and when we get out, being in that type of shape, it keeps us physically or mentally ready. And we know that when we're there, but when we get out, life happens. You have kids, you have jobs, things like that. You don't always take the time or have the time to hit the gym like you did. We'll never be in the shape that we were in when we were active, but to try to stay in that type of shape, we saw what it did to us mentally and physically when we got out, not staying in that shape, and how it brought us down. And so we started hitting the gym again, get back in shape, and noticed what that did for us, for our morale. And so in late 09, early 2010, Chris started the foundation. It was Heroes Project, but we did some rebranding and renaming, and now it's Guardian for Heroes. And what we do with that is we provide free in-home gym equipment to military members or veterans, Gold Star families, things like that. If they don't have a space in their home available to have gym equipment, we give them gym memberships, personal trainers, things like that, free of charge. That way they can get back on their feet. And plus with the families, I've gotten letters, all the time from family members, not only the vets but their families, that say, once our veteran got this gym equipment, started getting back into shape, we got involved with them, working out with them too, and it gave us something to bond over. Because when we come home, we don't, there's a piece of us missing, and our family members, they don't understand that, and we really can't convey that to them well. But giving them something to work towards together, brings the families back together.
Jeff Kyle is with us, our real hero at Schultz Garden, and appreciate Ashley for arranging this. You guys have an event tonight that I'll let you speak to, but Ashley relayed a story to me leading up to this conversation that, of course, Bradley Cooper played your brother in the movie American Sniper, and now you guys are like buddies now. You guys are like friends, Bradley Cooper and you, I hear.
I wouldn't say that. I hadn't. No.
You guys. Hey, Brad's texting. That's
yeah, B-Rad, yeah.
But he did a good job, and it is neat that you guys keep up with one another. He's a big Hollywood movie star, and that's a good thing.
Yes, sir. Yes,
that's
sir.
Cool.
It's great that the attention has been brought to this cause. We work so hard behind the scenes doing what we can to support our men and women in uniform. But if it weren't for them, if it weren't for guys like you, Jeff, we wouldn't be out here enjoying this amazing day at Schultz's Beer Garden in beautiful Austin, Texas. So it's all because of you. And I see a lot of horns in the air, and I realize you're an Aggie, but you know what? Just suck it up, Buttercup. We do.
All one team when it comes to this stuff.
Absolutely.
Right?
That's right.
And we do have an incredible event tonight. Wish for Our Heroes is hosting our annual gala, Whiskey and Wishes, down in San Antonio. Jeff is our guest of honor. We look forward to that. We've got some former real heroes, Bobby Henline and Charlie Lemon, that'll be joining us there as well. So what an incredible thing that we've been able to create here at Schultz Garden, and the legacy that we've been able to do, this fraternity of real heroes. Because when E and I first talked about doing this and promoting these stories and telling these stories, it's, what are we going to call it? Well, it was a no-brainer, the real heroes. Like your brother, your family worked so hard to keep his memory alive. Not hard, because he was an incredible person, but Jeff, you yourself do so much. Your wife Amy does so much, and your parents, Wayne and Debbie, as well. So I just have one last question. Why do you do what you do?
Because it's up to us. I know there's things in place out there through the government that can help out my brothers and sisters, but it's not enough. And we take care of each other on the battlefield, and we take care of each other off the battlefield. And I think that's what I was put here for. That's why I was led to the path of getting out of the military. So I guess it's my mission now to take care of my brothers and sisters that need the help, need the recognition.
Most definitely. Your bigger family. I do want to say a huge thank you to the Comfort Crew for Military Kids, who sponsors the Real Heroes, because they take care of what's most important to our men and women in uniform, which is their children. So a huge thank you to the Comfort Crew for Military Kids, to Jeff Kyle for being our real hero. I know there's a lot of folks that want to shake your hand and say hi to you and your wife, Amy. To the entire Kyle family, we will never forget.